All right, I think we're recording now. So, yesterday, yesterday we played with some, or I played. You didn't play with them. You watched me, play with some sticks. Okay, but I wanted to tell you that this lesson is mentally counting by tens or hundreds. Okay, and we just got to 100 at the end of the lesson to a given number. Okay, and then today we're going to do a little bit of subtracting mentally. Okay, so the I can statement is I can mentally add or subtract tens or hundreds to a given number. Okay, and we're not really going to do the hundreds right now, but we're going to do the tens. All right, so we're going to start with this many. Okay, I'm going to space them out here where you can see them. Okay, all right. So, Kaylee's got her hand up. Kaylee, how many do I have right here? Unmute.
4 tens.
I have 4 tens. And how much is 4 tens?
40.
It's 40. Good job. All right. Wow, I can see Kaylee now. Hey, so maybe when I call on people, maybe your picture will come back in. All right. So I have 4 tens here. I see 4 tens. That's what it looks like. Okay. And how much is it? Kaylee said it was 40. Okay. So I'm going to take one more 10 and I'm going to add it to the group. Okay. And I'm going to push them all together. So, Maddox, how many do I have now?
5 groups.
I have 5 groups of what?
5 tens.
I have 5 tens. Okay, so I have 5 tens. Okay, which is how much? 50, he said. All right. So it looks like 5 groups of 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's 50 when I ask for the total. Okay. Let's see here. Hadley, could you tell me the addition sentence I had here? How many did I have right here when I first started?
40.
I had 40 and I added what?
1.
1 what? Is it 1 like this one? It's not like this one, right? No. So what is this? This is 1 10. So how much is this?
1 10.
It's 10. Okay. And Maddox said that it equaled 50. So this is our number sentence for this. Okay. Because I started with 40, I added 10 more, and I got 50 altogether. Okay. So I could write it like this as well. Okay. I could say 4 tens plus 1 tens equals, well, look, I'm going to put 4 and 1 together, and in second grade, we should know that 4 plus 1 is 5, and we're talking about tens, so it's 5 tens. Okay? All right. So now we have 5 tens, which is 50 right here in this group. Okay? And I'm trying to do everything where you can see it today. Okay? And I'm going to add another 10. Okay, so let's go to Gracie. Let's see if I can see Gracie. Because all I can see is a picture of a cat for Gracie. Let's see if I can actually see Gracie. Gracie, unmute and tell me if I've got 50 and I add 10 more, how much would I have?
60.
I'd have 60. Okay, so she's saying that the total is 60. Oh, look at there. I can see Gracie now. Okay. All right, Gracie, how many did we start with? I had 50, and I added how much?
110.
110. And then she said that gives me 60. Great job. Okay, I could also write it as 5 tens plus 1 tens equals 6 tens. Okay. All right, we're doing great here. All right, so I'm going to put those together. All right, and I'm going to up the ante on you a little bit, okay? I'm going to make you think a little bit harder. Okay, I'm not going to put 1 10, I'm going to put 2 tens here. Okay? So this is where I started, and I'm adding this much. Okay? Let's see here, Wesley. What do you think I'm going to have when I put them all together?
Eight tens.
8 tens. Tell me how you got that.
Because 60 plus 2, 20 equals 80.
Okay? So you told me first, though, yeah, I had 8 tens. Okay? So you was talking about what it looked like. So this looks like how much right here? 6 tens, right? Okay, and this looks like
2 tens.
2 tens. And if I put them together, we should know that 6 plus 2 gives me 8. And we're talking about tens, so I put this label of tens with it. Okay? And then he already kind of described or told us the number sentence. 6 tens is 60, and 2 tens is 20, and he said that equals 80. Great job, Wesley. All right, we're rolling along. All right, so I'm gonna push that together. Okay, and look, I pushed them together, and you can't really count them now. Okay, you got to hold in your head that this is 80, and that looks like 8 tens. Okay, so I'm not covering them up, but I kind of covered some of them up. Okay, so you have to kind of hold this in your head that this is 80, and it looks like 8 tens. Okay. All right, now I might blow some people's minds right now, okay? I know it's Tuesday after lunch, and it's the last day this week before a holiday weekend, and I'm gonna make you think, okay? Here we go. Remember, right here is 80, and it looks like 8 tens. And I'm going to put down 3 more tens. So I'm just going to sit here for a second and let you think about that. Okay, this is called wait time. I'm going to wait and give you time to think. I'm going to be quiet for just a second. All right, so this was 80, and it looks like 8 tens right here. Okay, and I gave you 3 more tens. All right, Callie, what do you think?
110.
110, she says. All right, so walk me through your thinking.
I was thinking if 8 plus 2 equals 10, and you add 1, if you add 1 more, it would be
You're fine. Keep on thinking.
I just figured it out.
Okay, so let's kind of break it down. Okay, so because when you started, you knew what you was doing, right? And then you kind of got lost in explaining it, and that's great. Okay, now I always say that when somebody gets confused, that's something great. Okay, now here's my thinking behind that. Okay, I want everybody in second grade to listen to me. Hey, when you get confused, that means that you're kind of don't know what's going on for a second, and then all of a sudden your brain says, "Oh, I gotta listen right now to figure this out." Okay, and when your brain says you gotta listen, guess what? You're going to listen and you're going to learn something. Okay, so I'm going to celebrate when we get confused because that means you're getting ready to learn something. Okay, or be able to say it a better way, maybe. Okay. So I've got 8 tens here. Okay, Callie said we had 8 tens, and then she says, I know if I've got 2 tens, it does what, Callie? Oh, you're muted. Okay, say it again. I talked over you.
I figured it out now.
All right, but let's break it down for everybody. We've got 8 tens, and she said, I know if I've got 2 more tens, I've got how much?
100.
Which is how many tens?
10 tens.
Exactly. So she's thinking 8 tens and 2 tens. She knows her facts to know that 8 and 2 is 10. Okay? So this is where I've been having you all do fact fluency and get on extra math sum, and I've been really making you do basic facts. This is where this is going to pay off. If you know your facts, this is going to become easy for you. Okay? Callie already knew that 8 plus 2 was 10. Okay? So she says this is altogether 10 tens, and she already knew that was 100. Okay? All right, I'm going to raise this up a little bit because I went off your screen. And when I put this together, it gives me 100. Okay? And then she knew she had 10 more over here she hadn't done anything with, right, Callie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she's at 100, and she knows this is now 110, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how she come up with 110. Okay. What should we do now, though, Callie?
You should add the 10 to the 100 to make 110.
All right, but do I want to put these all together and put this with them?
No.
No.
Already made it a 100 pile because it really isn't a bunch right now.
All right, so I've made a 100 pile, so I need to make it look like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it stays together, okay? I made a super bundle of 100, okay? So Callie says that 8 tens right here and 2 more tens makes 10 tens. And we talked about yesterday, anytime we have 10 of something, we bundle it together, and boom, it turns into that. Okay? And I'm gonna kind of stand it up so you can see. And then I've got 10. So I've got 110. And she said it was 110, and that's how we write it. Okay? So let me erase this. All right, and I'm going to kind of make a backwards number bond. Okay, like this is, I've got a circle here, and a circle here, and a circle there. Okay, we've got 100, we've got 10, and when we put it all back together, it makes 110. Okay. Any questions about that? And I can't see, the only person I can see now is Callie because she talked last. So if you have a question, unmute and ask me the question. I'll wait here for just a second. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you've got a question, that means half of your classmates have a question. They just won't ask me. Right? All right. So now we've figured out how we got 110. What was the number sentence to get this though? Okay. Let's see here. Easton, I haven't heard from you. Easton, unmute and let's talk about this number sentence. All right, Maddox got his hand. Here we go. Easton, talk to me. What do you think?
I didn't join for the beginning, so I don't really know.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you just sit there and listen, and then we'll at the end maybe if you've got a question you can ask me. Maddox, you had your hand up for just a second there. Can you tell me a number sentence here?
The number sentence?
Yeah, for what Callie did for us.
We're
We're,
gonna put 100.
okay, but did we start with 100?
No.
No, where did we start?
Oh, what? 80.
It was 80. And how many did I put over here?
30.
I put it, yep, 30.
30.
And that gives me a total of how much? 110. Okay. Now, Callie didn't do all that 30 at one time, though. Okay. She broke the 30 down into a 20 and a 10. Okay. Now, I'm doing this with numbers just to show you where we're kind of going. Okay. If you don't understand it here with numbers, it's okay right now. All right. I'm just kind of showing you eventually where we're going with this. Okay. So I'm going to take, and Bristol's not on here, but when we was doing this and everybody was at home, she called this a tater. Okay. And I kind of like that. Okay. So this tater, inside this tater is a 80 and a 20, and 80 and a 20 makes 100. So I'm going to put this as 100. Okay. And I've got 10 left plus 10, and that equals 110. So in other words, I am going to write it just a little bit littler so everybody can see it. We started with 80 plus 30. Okay, but we really did 80 plus 20 equals 100. And then we did 100 plus 10 equals 110. Okay, that's what it would look like if I wanted you to write it in numbers. Okay, but we're not really there yet. Okay, we're thinking about this in our head, and we're using materials, and that's all what second grade's about is materials. Okay, so I'm at 110. Right here they are. I'm gonna set this super bundle up again. Okay, so you can see that's a super bundle. There's 10. All right. What if I took this one away now? Okay, I took one away. Before I was adding some. Now I took it away. So, let's see here. Austin, I haven't heard from you today. Austin, unmute and tell me what you're thinking about right now.
It's 100.
You think it's 100? Okay, when I had this and I took it away, okay, what is that in addition? I'm sorry, in math, when I take something away, what do we call that? Subtraction. So I'm subtracting now, aren't I? Okay, and he said that I just have 100. Okay, so I've got I had 110, and I subtracted 10. Okay? And he says, I've got 100 left. Is that all I've got left? Yeah. Okay, good job, Austin. All right. Now, who can tell me why I have not taken this apart yet? Okay, I took this 10 away. Why didn't I take this apart yet? Hey, Kaylee. Kaylee, are you talking? I can't hear you.
I'm not talking.
Oh, okay. Why didn't I take this super bundle apart? See, I had this super bundle. I had this super bundle, and I had this 10, and I took the 10 away. Okay? And Austin told me I had 100 left, and yep, that's a 100 right here. Okay? Why didn't I take it apart though?
Because it's more than 10.
Well, it's not more than 10, but it is 10, right? It's still 10. If it was 9 bundles of 10, I'd have to take them apart, right? But it's not. It's still 10 tens, which is 100. Okay? That's why I haven't taken it apart yet. Oh, but watch. I'm going to sneak another 10 away. Okay? What must I do now? Let's see here. Who am I going to call on? Easton. Okay, you've watched enough. You should know about what's going on now. You watched me. I had 100 and I snuck a 10 out of it. Okay? What are you thinking? Easton.
So that will be 90.
Okay, he thinks it's 90. Okay? So if I go backwards 10 from 100, you're right, it's 90. Okay? So do I need to do anything else or just say it's 90 and go on?
No. You do need to do something.
Oh, what do I need to do?
Make us make a
Is this okay like it is?
no.
No, it's not. What do I have to do?
You have to make a subtraction.
Well, I need to do that. But watch, this 10, I snuck out of here. Okay? I broke the rule. And and we hadn't really talked about the rule yet. Okay? So this is a good time to talk about it. Okay? I put the 10 back in. This is 100 again. This is where we started. Okay? The rule says I can't go in here and sneak any out. Okay? Unless I break the bundle. Okay? So I'm going to have to take this bundle off and where I break it up. Okay? And then I can take 10 away if I need to. Okay? And now I still have 90. Okay? But Easton, how many 10s do I have there now? I have how many 10s? If I have 90, how many 10s do I have there?
10.
Well, I had 10 with this one there, and I had this rubber band around them. Okay, but when I took it away, I now have
9.
I have 9 10s, which is that 90 you was telling me. Okay, so when we subtract, okay, and we're subtracting away from a 10 or 100, I can't just sneak it out and not break the 10 or 100. I have to break the bundle to get it out. Okay? It's kind of like if you went to Walmart and you had a $10 bill and you bought something for $2 or $3, you're not going to give the cashier the $10 bill and say, "There you go, I've got what I bought. I'm leaving now." You'd want her to break that $10 bill and give you change back. Okay, it's kind of like what we're doing